Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon. This is Neil Flowers, formerly with GoPanache, now with Booksy. We're here with Heather Garza, and today we're going to walk you through migrating your GoPanache account over to Booksy. We're going to go through it first, and then we're going to leave time at the end for questions. And so there's a sidebar where you can start asking questions. Feel free to just ask questions anytime, but we'll start answering them at the end. So we're super excited to have you guys here, and we're going to start and get this thing kicked off, Heather. So let's not waste any time. We have a full hour here.
All right, thank you, Neil. As Neil said, my name's Heather. I'm a senior market manager here with Booksy, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the Booksy Biz app, and I'm going to walk you through just how to use it so that you feel comfortable with the transition. We're really excited to have all of you on board. If you have any questions, like Neil said, please be sure to type them into the sidebar and we will get to them, I promise. In the meantime, we're just gonna go step by step and set up your Booksy account the way that you want it to be, and then just go through the process of appointments and schedule, things like that. And at the end, we'll also go over your social media. So if you need to replace your book buttons, you know how to do so. All right, so if you have your yellow Booksy Biz app, we're going to go down to the bottom right-hand corner and click on More. That button always takes you to this main menu. So here we're gonna work our way from the bottom on up and start with your settings and then go up from there. So we're gonna click on Settings, which again is towards the bottom. And we're gonna go into your booking settings first. So here, this is where you're going to tell Booksy how you want your appointments to be booked from your clients. So do you want your bookings to be automatically confirmed, or would you like to manually confirm your appointments? So you have complete control over that, you decide. So if you just toggle it on, so now it's green, and now all of my bookings will automatically be confirmed. So client goes to book, they say I want tomorrow at noon, it's available, they click confirm, they're good to go. If you turn that off, you're gonna get a notification and you can either accept or decline the appointment. So I'm gonna leave that on because I want my appointments to be automatically confirmed. And I'm gonna jump down now to lead time and cancellation. So this is where you will set up your booking in advance. Do you allow same-day appointments? If you do, then you're gonna say like, maybe you want 2 hours notice. So you can save that. If you don't and you want at least 24 hours, make sure you put a day there. How far out into the future do you want your clients to be able to book? So 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I know some people allow up to a year in advance, so feel free to do that as well. Don't forget to hit save. And rescheduling. Right now I have it to no less than 1 day in advance, which is pretty typical. But if you allow for a same day reschedule, feel free to change that. If you'd like more time than a day, you can update that as well. If you do make any changes, don't forget to hit save at the bottom. And I do want to point out here, if you go down to almost towards the bottom, connectors and widgets. So this is one place, this is one of your booking links. This one will take your clients to open the client app. So if they have the client app, or if they don't, it will also prompt them to download the client app. They do not have to have the client app to book you. There's multiple places to book you. You can use this link and you can customize it. So if you're not happy with the way that it appears, feel free to change it. If it's available, you can have it. You can also have your book button on Instagram. You can have your book button on Facebook. We're integrated with Google. So you can have a book button on Google. We're integrated with Yelp as well. And I'm gonna go over all of that, how we get those book buttons. But I do wanna let you know that this is your booking link. If you need a custom booking link that will go directly to your booking without having to download the app, just hit the help button that's in the app on the main menu and just type in there that you would like your web link and they will send it to you. So that's super simple to do. We'd be happy to send you that direct link. In the meantime, you do have this link as well. So lots of ways to be booked through Booksy. All right, so we're gonna back out of there and we are going to hop over to, we're back on the main menu. We're gonna go into your business profile. So we're gonna work our way down business profile. If you've just joined us, we are in More and Business Profile. So we're going to hop into Business Info. This is where your logo is. You have your business name, phone number, about your business. If you need to update anything, feel free to do so right there. And this is where you can link your social media. So feel free to put in your link to your Facebook, your link to your Instagram, link to your website. And if you have an online store, be sure to put that in as well. If you're ready for your profile to be made public, make sure you turn that on, because you will then be found in the Booksy app. You won't be available to be booked if you don't have that turned on. So make sure that you have your public profile turned on, and you'll be found in the Booksy app, the client app. Now, I do want to point out the exciting thing about our Booksy client app is we actually have over 8 million users worldwide, and nearly 5 million of those are right here in the US. So great way to a huge amount of people that you can market to. So make sure your profile is public when you're ready. All right, we're gonna back out of here. And right now we're going down to health and safety rules. Again, we're just working our way down the business profile. So your health and safety rules, this is obviously something that will be, that we updated during COVID times. So you can check off every single health and safety rule that applies to your place of business. And if there's something on there that you would like your clients to know ahead of time that's not on here, be sure to just click on Describe More, and you can put that information in. If you save any changes, it will ask if you want your clients to be notified. You can choose whether you share that or not. Right now, I'm just going to say not now. And I do want to point out the next one will be your business location. This should already be in there for you, but if you do ever need to update your business location, this is where you're going to do it. And then if you are a mobile stylist or provide any type of mobile service, this is where you can put in your travel fee. So if you have a travel fee, put it in here, and you can create your travel policy as well. So go ahead and save it if you make any changes, or just back out of it. And we are going down now to categories. Very straightforward. This is the category that your business falls under. So if your main category is, for example, a hair salon, but you also do eyebrows and lashes, you do makeup, you do wedding, feel free to check off every single category that you provide services in, because that's going to make it easier for you to be found. Be sure to save again if you do make any changes. And we're going to hop into workplace photos. This right here is the very first thing that someone's going to see of your business. So you want to make sure that your cover photo is the best photo that you have, whether it's a photo of you providing a service to one of your clients, your place of business, a portfolio photo, your logo, anything that you would like to be the very first thing that somebody sees of your business, make sure that that is your cover photo. And then you can put an additional 2 to 6 pictures in there that people can swipe through, but definitely make sure you have at least 1 picture here. And you can easily delete photos that you're not happy with. So let's say I don't want that one. Yes, you can delete it. I'm gonna keep that. If you want to have a different photo as your cover photo, just hold it, drag it, and drop. And now your cover photo has been changed. All right, so if you haven't done that yet, just make sure that you have that all updated. Next, we're gonna go down right under workplace photos is your opening hours. So here, this is where obviously your opening hours of your business are, but this is where you can also make changes. If you need to add any gap times, for example, you can see on Monday I have 2 times. So I have 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., then I take a break from 6 to 7, and I come back for 1 more hour. You can easily change your days by just unchecking the box. You can add an extra day. And then if you need to edit this or take some time off, close for holidays, you can go into your opening calendar. So here's a very easy place to go in. Let's pretend that the 11th is a holiday. I'm just going to uncheck it because I'm closed. So now you can no longer accept any bookings that day. Very quick way to just close for a day. Let's say you want to open for a day. So let's say Sunday the 23rd, you want to open and you're going to have Sunday appointments that one day. All you have to do is click on the date and then turn on the checkbox. And then you can adjust your times there as well by just clicking on it, and you can change the times that you're going to be open. And you're good to go. I'm going to back out of here. If you do need a note about your hours for your clients, feel free to put it there. So if you do accept something outside of business hours, but they have to contact you, just type that in there and that will be on your public profile. And I'm going to save it since I made changes. And it's going to ask, do you want to apply the changes to all staff members in the calendar? I'm going to say yes. So if you're your only staff member, definitely say yes to that. And that change has been made. All right, we're back in the business profile page right here. Again, if you're just joining us, we just click on more and then business profile, and we're working our way down the list. So we were just in opening hours, and we're going to go into staff members now. So this is just a test account that we play around with. So we have lots of fake staff members in here. But if you are just your only staff member, you'll see just your name there. Just click on that. You want to put a picture here of yourself. It does not have to be a professional picture, just something that's a clear image of yourself. It's never going to show up any larger than that. If you wanted to add in an extra description about yourself, feel free to do so right here. You can add your phone number, your email address. You want to make sure that you're available for booking. If you turn that off, then nobody's going to find any availability for you to be booked. Unless you don't want to be booked, then go ahead and turn it off. But you want to make sure if you want to be booked, have that turned on. And upcoming time off. So this is where you can, if you're going to be off for any significant amount of time, let's say you have some vacation time coming up, let's say from the 22nd to September 1st, you're going to be off, just click save, and then you're taken off the calendar those days. And you can have as many vacation times coming up as you would like. All right, so again, and then if you do have multiple staff members and they need to have different hours than what the actual location hours are, this is where you can make changes to each individual staff member's hours. Again, if you made any changes, be sure to click save. I should also point out, if you have multiple staffers, you can edit your staffers' permissions right there by just clicking on the 3 dots at the very top. And you can change their commission, and you can also change their permission levels. So you can, right now I have Katie set to basic staffer. If you want to know what is included, just hit that question mark, and you can see each level of permissions in there. So this is basic staff, staff permission, receptionist, manager, and owner. So that's really if you have more than one staff member. Okay, so we are backing out right back into business profile. We are going to go down to services. So everything should migrate over from GoPanache, including your services. If there's anything that you need to edit, just go into your services. If you would need to add a service, you can click the top plus button there on the upper right-hand corner, and you can click new service. If you need to create a new category, you can click new category. If you want to edit a service, so just click into any service. You can change the color that appears on your calendar. This is really helpful if you just want to be able to glance at your calendar, not even read it, and just see based on the color what you have coming up for the day. So if you see, let's call this, actually we'll just, all right. So this service here, Adrian's Haircut. So it's purple. You can change the color if you'd like. So if I come in, I open my calendar and look at my day and it's all purple, without even reading it, I know that everything is a haircut. So very, very helpful if you like to just visually glance at your calendar. If you want to categorize it, if you already have categories set up, I'm going to put it in a category. And then here is where you can go in and edit your price options. So yours probably just have one bar, but here, let's say the duration, maybe it's taking you a little longer, maybe it's taking you less time. You can change the duration, you can change your prices. I always like to use starts at, because it always gives you some wiggle room. And then you can change your price as well. Be sure to click save, and then it will it'll update automatically for the clients to see as well. And then I do want to scroll down to the very bottom where it says advanced options. So here under your advanced options, this is where you can say it's a mobile service. If you provide a mobile service for this, you can add a service description. You can add a note to a client. So that way, if they book, let's say a service where they shouldn't wash their hair 24 hours in advance, you can add that in there. So that way they know when they book, they'll get that note. You can even add questions to your clients that they would have to answer at the time of booking. So you can ask, what's your current hair color? What's your current hair length? Or whatever you would need to know ahead of time. Many of our merchants are actually using this for COVID-related questions as well. So something to think about. And then I do want to point out, especially now in COVID days, padding time. This is really helpful. You already set the duration of the service so that your client knows how long to be in the chair. So they need to be able to plan their day. They need to know, okay, I'm going to be in the chair for an hour, but then you also probably need some time to sanitize your workspace. So if you need 15 minutes after the appointment, make sure that you just do padding time 15 minutes after. And then the client doesn't know that there's 15 minutes. This is just for your own internal use so that you don't get overbooked. And again, don't forget to hit save if you make any changes. So you can always just reorganize your list if needed. So you just click on it and drag it. So if you need to reorganize your list, super simple. And then you can see when there's categories, it's much easier for your clients to read as well, especially if you have a lot of services. Oh, right, so that was services. Gift cards, pretty straightforward. If you want to sell gift cards on your Booksy page, feel free to set it up. So you just go in, you set up what gift cards you have available. You can name them, and then they'll be available to be purchased. You can review all of your purchased ones here and your payment details. So that was actually super helpful when places were shut down, so they could still receive an income. So it was really helpful for many of our merchants. If you do have products, you can keep inventory with Booksy. So it's very helpful to know what you're running out of. So if you do have products that you want to have inventory for, be sure to use this right here. It's pretty straightforward. You just add in your products, new product, new category, and you're good to go. And then lastly, on this section of business profile, we're going to go custom forms. So this is a new feature that we recently added. You can use custom forms for anything like a waiver if you're a personal trainer, a microblader, anything that you need a waiver for. Feel free to create your custom form here. If you want to do a COVID-19 disclaimer form, you can create one. So you just click in, you create a title. You can say whether it's required at every appointment, if it's only for certain services. So you can choose which services. Let's say we want it for all services. And then you create your wording of it if you want any checkboxes. And then this is what it's going to look like. So this is what your clients will see when they go to book your service. And I will show you where this goes. You will get a copy of it, obviously, and it's going to go into their client card. So we'll be getting to the client cards here shortly. Right, so that is your business profile. So we are back on the main page. So if you're following along, if you're lost, feel free to click more. But if you're following along, we are on the main menu again. We're going to go up to mobile payments. So if you take any type of payment through Booksy, let's say deposits, cancellation fees, pay by app, anything like that, you must go through this section first, mobile payments. So you're going to go in to enable your mobile payments by going through, this is our credit card processor's fee, but you're going to go through and just answer some simple questions. Please be sure that you have your account number and your routing number handy. And if you do have that handy, you'll be able to get through all of the steps. If not, then it will ask you, it's going to be towards the end of this, it will ask you, because we will need to know where to deposit those funds. So again, if you want to do deposits, cancellation fees, this is the first step. So we just need to get you verified. We need to know where to deposit the funds. And then it will ask you if you want to set up prepayments, if you want to set up just the cancellation fee, if you want it for all your services, if you want it for just some services. And then you could even go back into the services that we were just in. And let's say there's a service that takes 3 hours. And if they cancel, you want a higher cancellation fee, or maybe you want even a higher deposit. Maybe you want a 60% deposit instead of a 50% deposit. You can actually go in and customize that for each individual service. Okay. Statistics and reports, which is right above your mobile payments. I'm just going to spend a quick second in here. It's basically what it says. This is all your reporting is. You can choose if you want to run it for today, for the week, for the month, for the year. Let's say I want to go back and see what I did at the beginning of the year. You can see all of your appointments, your finished, no shows, canceled. You get little graph charts, month over month, how you've done, how many clients were new versus returning, your sales. You can even see your top five clients here. You can see which ones are Booksy users, which means they have the Booksy client app. If you scroll all the way down, I just want to point out you have 4 reports here. These are our most common reports that you can email to yourself. It will come in Excel spreadsheet. Super helpful if you need to give it over to your accountant or anything like that, or if you just want to see how you've been doing. If you need anything else that is not found in these 4 reports, log on to the web version and you will see there are a ton of very detailed reports on there. Several reports to choose from, much more than the 4 you see here. We just put our 4 most common ones right here on the app. But if you do need more, just sign into the web version. Your reviews and ratings. Your reviews, I see that somebody did have a question, will my reviews be transferred? Yes, they will be transferred. They are being migrated over next week. So keep an eye out. You will see those migrated over. But as you see new reviews come in as well, this is where you can go and you can reply to all of your reviews. So if you just want to say thank you or whatever you'd like to do, this is where you can do it. All right, so we're still working our way up here. So we're on to marketing, which is right above reviews and ratings. Here is where you can have a little bit of fun marketing to your clients. All right, so you can either invite your clients, which is just a text message saying that you're on Booksy now, or let's say you want to market to them by doing a message blast. So you can see the little icons at the top. You have the envelope, which is your email. You have the phone, which is your text message marketing. And then the other one is your push notifications to the Booksy client app. So if you wanted to market, let's choose one here. There we go. All right. It's been too long. Stop by for a visit. You can change the wording to this. So just choose one of the templates. You can tap on the screen to change the wording. You can edit the picture. You can use one of your own pictures. You can use one of our stock images. And then click continue. And you can choose who you're going to market to by just clicking edit. So this is a great way to market to your clients. You can choose all your clients, but this particular email that I chose is for my slipping away clients. So you get to decide what a slipping away client is. If it's someone that hasn't been to see you in 2 months, that hasn't been to see you in 1 month, and 3 months, you can change. So let's say I want to market to anyone that hasn't been to see me in 1 month. I apply that, and then I send it out to just those clients. So as you can see, there were lots of other options as well. You can get very detailed on who you want to send it to. Maybe you just want to send it to all your clients with appointments today. Maybe your parking lot is getting repaved and you need to just warn the people that are going today, like what's going on with your parking situation. Anything like that. You can message them for birthdays. So just a fun way to keep in touch with your clients. Again, you can do the same with text and with push notifications to the client app. And then right under Message Blast, this is where your portfolio is. So you can go in, you can add as many pictures as you'd like. Think of it as your second Instagram. This is what people want to see on the Booksy app. They want to see your reviews and they want to see your portfolio. So make sure that you do add in as many pictures as you can. You can even add a description about it. You can delete your pictures if you'd like to by pushing the 3 little dots there. And you're good to go. All right, back on the main menu. The next one up is Boost. So Boost is just an extra form of marketing on Booksy. It's a way that you can run specials. So you can do happy hours, last minute discounts. It's really a tool designed to fill in your slow times. So let's say every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., you're always so slow. That's the one time of your week that you're slow and you really want to fill in that time. You can run a special, let's say 10% off a specific service for that specific time, and you can run it through Boost. If it works, that's really the only time that you would actually be charged for it. So you can just go in. My Boost is enabled. You can also see at the bottom, you can suspend your Boost if you so choose to. And I can choose flash sale, last minute discounts, whatever you'd like to do. And then if somebody does click through that Boost promotion, that's not a client. They have to be a new client that clicks through, first time visitor for you. You will be charged a percentage of their very first booking. So it is a tool that works and you are only charged when it works. So it's great to just try out. You don't have to, it's optional. And if it's not working for you, you can always suspend it as well. If for whatever reason, let's say somebody, your next door neighbor who doesn't happen to be in your client list goes, we don't know that they said that they were a first time user because they didn't read it, and they click through there, you can actually go in and see your client list and you can claim any client that came through by accident. So all you have to do is claim it. This is a test account, so my fake claim was denied. But all you have to do is say this was already a client and your claim will be approved and you won't be charged for that client. So again, that was Boost. So just an extra way to market through Booksy. And then right above that is your referral code. So this is where you can refer your friends to use Booksy. You get $15 for every referral. It is deposited cash through your account, which you set up in mobile payments. So the only way that we can pay out those referrals is if you've already gone through mobile payments. And lastly, on this list at least, social post creator, just a fun way where you can go in and create your social post. You can say, this is a COVID related one. Let's see, let's go into special occasions and let's create. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change the background and I'm gonna set it for a wedding. And you can see it has my booking link right at the bottom, which is super helpful that that's gonna be on every single post that you post through Booksy. It's always gonna have your booking link on it. So you can decide whether you share it on Instagram, send it through Messenger, Facebook, by just clicking continue. You can also download it as well. So you have all of these. Reviews is a great thing to share. So somebody takes time to write you a wonderful review. There's a great review. You can send it right over to Instagram and post it. You can change the background. Again, you can do that on any. So feel free to play around with that. Great way to boost your profile on social media. All right, so this is basically our main menu. You do have your help button at the bottom, as you can see, so feel free, again, if you do need your booking link, just click on that button and request it. If you have any other questions, need any type of support, click that button. We're always happy to help. And you also have the e-learning center. So here there's a ton of videos that really kind of break down what we've talked about today, and just other things, other tips and helpful ways to use Booksy. All right, so we're gonna go over to your calendar right now. So if you just click on appointments, this is your main screen for your calendar. And then all you have to do, if you want to let your client know that you're ready for them to come in, because I imagine that you're having them wait outside, just click on it. Oh, and this one did not sign their waiver. So I did get a warning that this person did not sign their form. So I can send the request to the client. I can ask client to sign in the app right now, or I can just upload a signed document. I'm just gonna ignore that. But I can click on I'm ready. And what will happen is this client is going to get a text that you're ready for them, so they can now come inside. And then let's say that this appointment comes in, you perform the service and you're ready to check out. Be sure to check out, oops, so sorry about that. All right, so be sure to check out all of your clients. You do that by just clicking checkout. And you can see if you need to add anything to this, if you need to add an item because you did something more than what they originally booked, you can add an item. If this client gets a discount, which this client always gets a 10% discount, which I set up in their client card, you can do that there. You can add the tip. And then at the bottom, you have your payment options. Cash, Square, we are integrated with Square, physical card terminal. You have all of these options. I'm going to choose cash right now. And I'm going to charge. What I always like to say is make your reviews part of your checkout process. So just remind your client that as you're checking them out, that they're going to get a request to leave a review. And that you'd really appreciate it if they left a review, because more reviews bring in more clients. So charge. And as you can see, a receipt was also generated. So you have your receipt here as well. So let's say you have a busy day, it's been all cash, you just haven't had time to check anybody out. You will be able to go into this section here, which is your sales section, and to be charged. And you can see anybody that has not been checked out will be right here. So be sure at the end of the day, if you have not had a chance throughout the day to check out your clients, be sure to go in and do this. Because what will happen is that all of these that are not checked out are not in the reports. So your reporting will not be accurate if you do not check out your clients. So definitely be sure to take the time each day. Hopefully you have time at each appointment, but if you don't, at the end of the day, just be sure to go in and check out any appointments that weren't checked out. And that way they'll be able to leave a review and your reporting will be accurate. Okay. All right. So as you can see, I checked them out and now it's checkered. So any checkered ones is going to be the ones that you already checked out. If you need to add a new appointment, you can tap on the screen and you can choose where you want the appointment, or you can just click the plus button at the bottom and new appointment. You just type in the first few letters of a client's name and select the service, time, staff member, and save. And good to go. All right. Now I want to just go over to clients, which is on the bottom right next to more. These are all of your clients, obviously, but I do want to go into a client card. So this is what your client card looks like. You can see the bookings, how many are finished, canceled, how many were no-shows, your total revenue for this client. You can message your client right through here. Excuse me. And then you can see their history. And this is where you would see their custom forms. So if they've signed any custom forms, this is where you're going to find them. And then if you click edit at the very top, this is where you can actually add a whole lot more information for your clients. So let's say that this is a person that was a no-show, no-call for multiple times, and you just don't want to waste your time anymore with this person, and you want them to be blocked. Just turn that on. No more bookings from this client. They're going to be blocked. They won't know. They just won't ever find any available times for you. You have their contact information, so if you need to update it, this is where you would do it. You can have their birthday, internal notes, so if you need to write formulas or any additional information about them, this is where you'll keep it. Allergens, if they are allergic to any of your products, be sure to put it in here because you will get a warning when they come in for their appointment. If they have a discount, feel free to set that up there as well. If you want to add in their address, great. And then you can also add photos. So if you want to keep track of the progress that you're making with this client or just keep track of what you've done for them in the past, be sure to do that there. And you save it. So that's your client card. You can also filter your clients if you're looking for anything in particular or anyone in particular. Okay. So that is pretty much Booksy. You can see up at the very top, the upper right-hand corner, there's a little bell. That's where all your notifications go. So you can see I have one notification that I have not viewed. So I can go in here and I can see all of my notifications. So I can see that everything that has happened. So if you get a new booking and you haven't seen it yet, that's where you're going to see it. All right, so I did want to go over just updating your buttons on social media. So I'm gonna go jump into Instagram real quick. All right. If you go to your main profile and go to edit profile, and then if you go to contact options, add an action button, and Booksy. So you'll choose Booksy. It's going to ask you to log into your Booksy account, sign in, and you're good to go. So that's pretty much it for your book button on Instagram. And then Facebook. All right, let's go to, yes, I have a lot of pages on Facebook. Let's go to my photography page, which is a very old page, not active, but all you have to do is go to your main page, add button, or if you already have a button there, just click on that button and it will open the same thing. You want to go to your book now, link another tool, and Booksy. And again, same thing that happened with Instagram, it's going to ask you to log in. So just log into your Booksy account and you're good to go. Google and Yelp are automatic integrations. So all of that happens behind the scenes. You don't have to worry about anything with that. If you do not want a book button on Instagram or on Google or on Yelp, let us know so that we can disable the integration for your account. And I think that's covers pretty much everything. As far as Booksy is concerned, if you ever have any questions, you always can push that help button. You can give us a call. You can reach out to us on social media. So lots of ways to reach out for help. We're always happy to help. We also have more webinars just like this, a full walkthrough of the app. So if you wanted another walkthrough, you're welcome to join. We also have Q&A sessions. So it's just a place you can go and ask random questions. Katie will be posting a link. She just posted our number to our customer success. Thank you, Katie. And then she's also going to post the link where you can sign up for Q&A sessions, for another webinar, or for any other fun events we have coming up. So feel free to join those. Yeah. So are there any questions? I know we covered a lot of information. I thank you so much for sticking around, for going through all of this. But if you have any questions, feel free to type them out. We'll stick around and see if there's any more questions coming through. Neil, were there any questions that I need to go back on?
I think I've got them all. We can go over a few points.
Oh, I can't hear.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Heather. That was awesome. Thank you, guys. If you have questions, feel free to. I've been answering them along the last 40 minutes. So feel free to speak up. We're also going to do a series of webinars next week, and we're recording this one as well. So we will email this out to everybody. So feel free to if you don't get it, just let us know, and we'll resend it to you. But we will be emailing out the recorded webinar. So any questions? We've answered a number of questions around. I think I'll reinforce a couple things. The first is your clients do not have to download the Booksy app to book. You can get a pure web link that works on your mobile phone or a desktop browser. What you're going to do is you're going to send Booksy a support request, and they will send you the direct web link that you can then post in email or SMS to your clients, or add that to your Instagram or any of your social profiles. So yes, you can book. Your clients can book through the web. There's a question here. Can I keep my business private? I think that means
you can keep it private. If you go into your let's see, where I'm gonna go to all right, make profile public is when you're gonna appear on the Booksy client app. So if you have, so I went into, sorry, I did that really quickly. More, business profile, business info. At the bottom, make profile public so that you're going to show up on the client app. So you can change that anytime. You can turn it on, you can turn it off. So feel free to, if you want to keep it private for now, you can do so. If in the future you're willing to accept new clients, turn that on so that you show up on the app. It is a great way to earn new business because as I mentioned earlier, we do have millions of users worldwide, and in the US we have just under 5 million Booksy client app users. So if you did ever need to find new clients, just turn that button on. That was a great question, by the way. Any other questions?
Any specific questions on setting your day up, setting your hours, blocking out time for lunch, setting up your services? Ask away, guys. There's a bunch of you on here, and everybody's being quiet.
Oh, I do want to point out, that's a great thing that you brought up, Neil. If you go, I'm on my calendar, so my appointments, I'm going to click on add, new time reservation, that's your time. So let's say you have a doctor's appointment or something, or just want to take a lunch break, want to cut out early for the day. Make sure that whatever time that you're going to be out of the shop, you want to update this. So let's say today, maybe I usually work till 5, but I'm going to work till 4 today. I don't want any more appointments, and I want them to know I'm out. So you can just change that, and you're good to go. So you just save it, and it pops out your calendar. So you can use that for really anything, anytime that you need just like a little gap in your day that you're cutting out early, you're going to a doctor's appointment, you're taking a lunch break, just for that specific day, then feel free to do that. Any other questions?
Type away, guys.
We do want to thank you so much for joining us here. Again, we do have multiple sessions that go on. So if you feel like you need another onboarding session, another intro to Booksy, or just a Q&A session, please join. We're always happy to answer your questions. You can type it out in the help button as well. Give us a call, whatever is easiest for you. And Katie just put the link for upcoming webinars, so feel free to click on that. You can just see what's coming up, any Q&A sessions you want to join.
Yes. I got one more question.
So your reviews on GoPanache will transfer over next week. So they're coming.
Great. Thank you, Heather. Thank you guys for attending. We're super excited to have you on board, and we're going to do another one of these next week. We're also going to email this out to everybody as a recorded webinar. If you have questions, holler at us through Booksy support or holler at us through your existing GoPanache support. Thank you guys again, and have a great weekend.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys. Bye.